Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day, a lovely week. Had a fabulous Easter. Been a little busy around here. The first thing I'm going to do, though, before I talk about anything else, is to do Mandy's giveaway so that if she doesn't want to watch my long video, because I'm going to catch up with y'all, although Mandy does usually watch my videos, but I'm going to put this at the beginning for you, Mandy. She wanted us to talk about a first in our life, and I decided I would share the first time I drove on the expressway. Which doesn't sound like much, but I do have to tell you, I grew up with a mother who was afraid to drive in downtown Chicago on the expressways. When my parents were married, my mother's family lived in Indiana and we were in Chicago. So my father would drive us there, and after my parents divorced, we would either take the train or an uncle or aunt would come pick us up and take us back. So it was a big deal. We just didn't really go on the high. Now we did with our dad, but not with my mom. And so when I got old enough to get a driver's license, I just didn't get one. It wasn't that I was afraid. I was living in the city, and public transportation is so fabulous in Chicago. You can hop on and off buses and trains, and I had been doing it since I was a little girl, and it was just so convenient. I just didn't see the need to have a license. But when I was 21, I was taking a teaching position in Indiana, and where I was moving did not have public transportation. I'm like, I guess I better get a driver's license. So I drove around in a few parking lots for some practice, went and took my test, got my driver's license, and then still used public transportation. I had a few months before my teaching position was starting. And then I'm like, yeah, I better start driving a bit. So some days I'd take my mom to work and use her car. I did not buy myself a car till I moved to Indiana. Anyway, so one day I was at work and my boss asked me, I was a teacher, she asked me to go pick up some textbooks down at the textbook company. And so I'm like, sure. And so this was, before internet, so I had, what streets is it on, and, figure out mentally my route to get there, because I'd never driven on the expressway, and I wasn't planning on it. So I just got in the car, drove there, but it took forever. Chicago has so many lights. So anyway, I thought to myself, while I'm loading the car, while they loaded my car, I'm standing there thinking, surely it can't be that bad to drive on the expressway. So I'm having this little mental pep talk with myself. Come on, you can do this. Just get in, go down the ramp. You'll be in the right lane, which is the slow lane. Stay there. If you hate it, get off at the next exit and carry on going on the street. So I was all, prepared. Do y'all talk to yourself like that? I have conversations with myself all the time like that. So I drive, I find the first entrance ramp, and as I turn onto it, okay, anybody who knows Chicago is laughing right now, because in downtown Chicago, the entrance ramps enter you into the left lane, which is the fast lane. Chicago usually has 3 to 4 lanes for the expressway, and the left is the fast, the middle's the passing, and the right is the slow lane. So I had that split couple seconds to take a deep breath and say, well, there's nothing you can do now. You can't turn around, so you just got to figure this out. And at the base of the ramp, there's very, very short amount of time before you have got to be in that lane. And so as much as I would have hated there to be a traffic jam, it certainly would have been much easier to merge in a traffic jam. But no, cars were just whizzing by. And downtown Chicago is only 65 miles an hour. Here we get to go 75, which I love. So you're going to know how this story ends. Anyway, so I went down, I got in, I stayed in the left lane for a little bit and got to the middle and really liked it. And I've never turned back. I've loved driving on the expressway ever since. I've driven all over, taken lots of road trips. But it's interesting here because where I live here, a lot of them have only 2 lanes. So you have where everybody drives is the right lane and the left is just for passing. I really miss that fast lane. They do have a carpool lane here, but I'm out a lot by myself and you have to have 2 people in the car, I think is what the sign says. Anyway, and then when you get closer to Dallas, it does widen out because, the highways are splitting and you've got all those, big ramps and everything. But around here where I live and where I shop and stuff, it's 2 lanes. So I really miss the wider highways. But anyway, so I hope that works, Mandy. That was my first time driving on the expressway. So now I'm going to quickly show you the babies and, fill you in on what's been going on. Let me first have Noelle and Cadence. This is Noelle, and this is Cadence. Say hi to their mommy. They're all tuckered out from their photo shoot last week. They're wearing cozy jammies. their mommy likes them in jammies, so I thought I'd let them be in jammies for a while. And just like my babies, I won't change them very often, and they are no longer my babies, so I do not want to do too much with them. I will on occasion change them, but they're just going to kind of freeze frame for a little bit. So as you saw with Aaliyah, who was the Kylie sculpt, I do on occasion change them and do their hair, but you know, they're not my babies anymore, so I don't want to, you know, do anything that, anyway. And speaking of Aaliyah, we have a big vacant space up there. She's on her way home. So if you don't subscribe to Wendy's channel, there'll be a box opening soon. Go check that out. I'm so excited to see her with her brothers and sister, but especially Hosanna, because they are both the two Romy Stridham kits that I've painted. Well, y'all don't want to look at that space. They are the two Romy Stridham kits I've painted, but I've not seen them together in person, so I'm really excited to see them together. So I'm looking forward to that, and I know their mommy, Wendy, is very excited as well. I did change out Miss Abigail, but again, ladies, I could not change Malachi, and they complement each other quite nicely, I think. Abigail's pink outfit matches the pink in Malachi's overall, so I'm saying it's a win-win. That is just his outfit, ladies, my little laid-back man. I did change Isabella. Yesterday it was very cool. Well, it started out cool and then it warmed up, and then we had some wicked storms. We were supposed to get hail. The hail, thank goodness, did not come because we had a hailstorm last week. But we had a lot of winds, and it was so windy. It happened during the night. We went to bed actually a bit early last night, and this morning the roof of the birdhouse had blown off. It is attached with a cable, but I mean it was off the top of the birdhouse. But so it was quite windy, I guess, last night. So yesterday when I did change them, I did put them in a little bit more warmer of outfits, except I couldn't Zipporah because she's been wanting to wear this. Well, I've been wanting to see her in it, so she is sporting her little sun hat and cute little outfit. It does have a matching bib, but I couldn't cover the sweet little shirt, so there's Miss Zipporah. So I got to get busy. Owen is being rooted right now. There's his limbs. But he is in the other room in my rooting station, so I'm working on him. And then Vijagne and Genevieve are still in their same little outfits, having their little tete-a-tete over here. So yeah, I'm working on Owen's hair. I had a few other projects, sent some happy mail out yesterday, and as I said, Wendy's baby got sent out yesterday. So had some projects to finish, so that's all done. So now Owen is getting rooted. And hopefully he'll be done in the next few days. Just depends on, you know, everything else I have going on. Most of my housework is done. Of course, I've saved my vacuuming, which I'll do tomorrow. Y'all know I'm not a fan of vacuuming, so I do need to vacuum and do some laundry tomorrow, and I have an appointment tomorrow afternoon. But today I went and ran all my errands. I was going to do my errands yesterday after I went to the post office, but that's when the sky just didn't quite look very good, and so I checked on the weather, and we were under severe thunderstorm watch. So, and it did pour off and on throughout the day, so I'm kind of glad I waited. So I got up this morning, ran my errands, and came home, cooked some lunch, did some cleaning, or not in that order, did some cleaning, cooked some lunch, and then my husband came and went, and now it's a little after 5, so I'm going to work on Owen for a little bit longer and then get some dinner going. His little head is warming up, so I can work on the next section, and that's pretty much all that's going on here. We had a very quiet Easter at home, and we got a new mattress last week, and it's so lovely. The only thing is the box springs, they were normal size, but the mattress was quite deep, so when they delivered them last Tuesday, one of the box springs had a slice in it, and I think it was when they were taking the plastic off. I think he did that. And then the other one had a little hole in it. It looked like a cigarette hole without the burn, but that size. And so I pointed it out to the delivery man, and he gave me a number to call. So I called, and I said, by any chance did these come shorter? Because with the box springs and the mattress, our mattress was about 3 or 4 inches above where our other one had been. So I was like having to hike my knee up to get on the thing. I felt like a 2-year-old getting into a bed. So anyway, they actually had a one with a lower, they had matching box springs that were lower. So rather than replace them with the ones that we had, they replaced them with the shorter ones. So it's so much nicer. Although I will say it was really nice changing linens and putting on the quilt and stuff on the higher one because I didn't have to do any bending. But, you know, you got to take trade-offs. I change the bed linen far less than I get on and off the bed. So I do make the bed every day, but it was easier for the bed linen. But anyway, so really, really cozy bed, ladies. And so we're really, I tell you, I'm sleeping so well in it. You never realize how a mattress can make a huge difference, but it sure does. Now, I have a question for y'all, and I just kind of want to know other people's opinions about this. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I just wanted to put this out there because I don't know if this has been discussed or not before. I am highly, highly, highly allergic to cigarette smoke. My father was a smoker, and I started getting migraine headaches at the age of 3. It wasn't diagnosed for many years. I think I've shared that with you. They had no idea what they were looking for. They were constantly testing my eyes and my brain and all this stuff to see why I was getting these horrible headaches. I mean, it was so bad, if you put your hand on my head, you could feel my head throbbing. I mean, wherever it was. I mean, you know, if any of you have migraines, you know it's not your whole head. It's just an area. I used to get them a lot behind an eye or at the top, whatever. So anyway, I was finally diagnosed when I was older, but cigarette smoke turned out to be one of my triggers. And even now, when I go around cigarette smoke, I will start, my throat starts itching, and then I start eventually coughing, and it turns into a headache. If I'm around cigarette smoke, I will start putting my essential oils on to hopefully ward off the migraine headache. But all that to say, I received something I ordered in the mail the other day. Nothing from anyone here on YouTube or anything, just an order. And I barely cut open the packaging, and this smoke just hit me in the face, and it just like knocked me over. And so it is still sitting out in my garage, hopefully airing out. And I messaged the person, and she said she would give me a full refund if I needed to. I can't even go near it right now, so it's just sitting out there. Do y'all think people who smoke cigarettes should have to tell you in their listing that they are cigarette smokers? For me, it's a medical problem. It seriously makes me very, very sick. I don't know. I just think I shouldn't have to message everybody saying, oh, before I buy this from you, do you smoke cigarettes? I think it should just be clearly listed. Because a lot of people, like on eBay, will put from a non-smoking or a pet-friendly home or whatever. Because, my mother's allergic to dogs and cats, so she can't have things that come from people who own pets. Like my mother, she also loves to shop in thrift stores, but she can't try anything on. She has to take everything home, wash it, and if it doesn't fit, she's either got to donate it or something. She can't till everything's washed. My mother has really bad allergies. So anyway, I just wondered if anybody else had an opinion on this. I personally think people should, out of courtesy, let you know that they smoke. But that's just me. Again, this was nobody from YouTube. It was just something I happened to order. And when I said about the burn and the hole in the mattress the size of a cigarette, I mean, I had thought about talking about this, but literally I had forgotten until I said that. So anyway, what's y'all opinion? And speaking of forgetting, I hope y'all got your tea. Speaking of forgetting, I will say in the last few months I've noticed I don't remember as well as I used to. And I tell you, my mind is like a steel trap. And I have this fabulous memory. And it's kind of a joke in my family because I can recall like what people wore and what we were eating and the smells of the rooms we were in. And it's kind of freaky. But recently, in the past like 2 months or so, my memory's not been that good. And I've kind of been joking that it happens after you turn 40 kind of thing. But it's really been bothering me. And I haven't figured it out. And I went, as y'all know, I said I went and I got a new computer. And when I was there, there was information I needed, passwords and stuff. And I think I shared this in my video that I couldn't remember. I actually had to go reset my passwords on some things. And then when I got home, I was really hoping that my original computer that I was syncing with my new computer, that stuff would come back open so that I could just reset the passwords. Because if everything closed, I knew I was doomed. And again, I was in the Mac store, and I even said to the guy, because if y'all have been in a Mac store, it's set up like in a 3 tiers. The first 2 tiers are all items that are for sale. In the center, phones and tablets, and on the sides you have all the desktops. But the back tier are tables where people have purchased, where they're helping you set up your phone or your computer, or people are there for learning things and whatever. And it was so crowded. And as I've told y'all, I'm an introvert. People drain me of my energy. And I did say to him, if you noticed in the front of the store, I wasn't having a problem with stuff, but back here, I said, this is just sucking the life out of me. And again, I joked with him that this is what happens after you're 40. And he's like, you're over 40? And I said, yes, I am. And he said, so am I. And I said, wow, you don't look like it. He goes, well, neither do you, but I bet I'm older than you. And no, he was 4 years younger than me. So we had a good laugh about that. But anyway, so since I went and saw my allergist and I'm taking this prescription allergy medicine, I'm no longer waking up feeling like somebody's standing on my face. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not feeling anywhere near miserable as I was. Sometimes I'll wake up and have to cough a few times or whatever. I don't have all that post-nasal drip. So whatever the stuff I'm using is really helping. And I have noticed in the past couple days, I'm remembering things. So I think it was associated with my allergies. So I talked to my mom about that today, and she said it is. When her allergies are acting up, she has a very hard time with recalls. So I'm like, oh, phew. Okay, ladies, I'm not going crazy, so that is good. Because I don't carry a calendar or anything. I mentally make notes of dates and times and where I'm supposed to be, and that's what I do. And so I don't want to lose that quite yet. Now, I do have to make a list for the grocery store and stuff like that, like if I'm out of things especially. Because if I just run in a store, I'll just, I don't know. I like to plan menus and make sure I have everything and whatever. So yes, for the store I do. And I make other lists, but calendar-wise stuff, that I all do mentally. And so it was really kind of bothering me. I had to write down about the mattress delivery, and that really annoyed me because I don't really have to do those things. So, okay, ladies, that's that. Also, been praying for many people. Connie, for her sister who passed away, been praying for your family. So nice that your niece now has a YouTube channel. I subscribed to her today. She's so sweet. So that is lovely, but we are praying for your family. And also, Bree, who had a family member pass away, praying for you. And Debbie of Reborn Blessed has been quite sick, praying for you. I know April's not been doing physically well, been praying for her. I'm just trying to think. Other people, Shelly and Nana and Charla and other people with chronic health issues, pray for y'all. So yeah, if we could just all keep praying for each other, that would be fabulous. Trying to catch up on some videos while I'm rooting. Thank you, Herlonda, for your long videos. I was so happy to see she had like a 37-minute one, and she's got 2 more after that are not quite as long, but they're long. So I thank all you people who, Nadia, or Saida, baby Nadia popped in my head. Saida had a couple, but hers are only 20 minutes now because of her camera, but they've been even like 17 and 18. But I've been catching up on you. Watched one of your videos today of you dressing your big baby boy like he's British. You need to, I'll send you a message about that. But yeah, there's lots of great British clothes out there. Anyway, so, all right, everybody. I hope everybody is just having a wonderful day. Today we're all sunny skies and clear after our big storm yesterday, so that's nice. But the grass and the plants are loving it all. So that's pretty much what's going on here. And hopefully Owen will be either in my next video or maybe the one after. I do want to make a video probably tomorrow for Debbie for your birthday giveaway. So I don't think Owen will be in that video, but maybe the next one. We'll see how the weekend goes, ladies. So anyways, everybody, have a blessed day. Noelle and Cadence say bye-bye, Mommy, and safe travels to Aaliyah. She's on her way home. We have a vacant space now. I just don't know what to do, ladies. I thought about moving them up there, but they're so little. That's kind of my big baby perch. But Zipporah's tiny, but I have her up there because she's in that little bouncy seat. It kind of makes her look a little bigger. So I either need another perch up there for little ones. I guess I could put Isabella back up there. She was up there before when she was laying on her belly. We'll see, but I don't like having that vacant space, so I have to. Mr. Giraffe is lonely. I really should move Mr. Giraffe. Let's see. Let's put him over here by Zipporah. He doesn't like being by himself. So now April's lovely blanket has a vacancy. So I need to get busy, ladies. Anyway, so yeah. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and thank you very much again. Thank you for everybody's wonderful reception of their photo shoot. They are so sweet. Oh, I have to get these kits again, and again, and again, and again. Oh, I just want to paint them again. Anyway, all right, ladies, have a wonderful, and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening. Hugs from us. Bye-bye.